Okay. I feel like I haven't seen so many of you guys in so long, except Jamie. I saw Jamie like approximately 7 times last week. Me and Jamie just did spring break 2020 together. I'm like the rest of y'all, I feel like it's been so long since I've seen y'all, and I know it hasn't been, but it's just been crazy. Is everybody surviving their kids being home with them? If you have school age kids, I know. So originally things have changed 3 times tonight. So originally, for those of you guys that don't know Alicia Bedell, we were going to have Alicia on tonight, and she is, oh my gosh, y'all are going to, first of all, when she comes on next week, y'all are going to love her. She's just so high energy, like very much like everything she says is like mic drop, but like in the cutest little squeaky high pitched voice, and like just so excited all the time. She's like a little tiny Polly Pocket with pink hair. Okay. She's the cutest thing ever. So she's going to actually come on next week because she wasn't feeling well. And so she's been super hoarse. And her voice still sounded kind of rough. So that's first thing. Then we decided we were going to make it a training and working Zoom. But then Jen actually had a really good idea to talk about the topic that we're going to talk about instead, which is kind of like working from home tips, because there is so much uncertainty and change going on right now. And I know, and I mean, I don't know everybody's individual situation, obviously, but I know, some of you already worked from home, but maybe you're adding your kids to the mix. And some of you don't work from home, but now you're home from your job because like I know Courtney I just seen Courtney, she's teaching, but they're not in school. So, I mean, the nice thing about that is salary, you're still going to get paid, but some of you guys are like hourly wages. And if you don't work, you don't get paid. So there's just a lot of changes happening. Some of, like, we have a bunch of college kids who aren't going to class right now outside of, or online. So what we did was compile a list of things that we wanted to get out to you guys that we've kind of learned working from home, right? Like, because it's a huge adjustment. All right. It is a really, really big time, like adjustment when you go from having like no time and having to be so intentional, and then you get so much more time, or you have your kids all the time with you, or whatever it is. I feel like all three of us have kind of gone through all of it, because like Jamie had her kids in school and now she has Rayleigh home, and Riker's home now too, so he doesn't catch the coronavirus. And I kept my girls home part-time in the summer, and then now they're both gone. Jen's done the same with Knox. So we've kind of come together and come up with some things that we hope is helpful to you guys in the upcoming weeks, months, whatever, however long this is. I read something today that said this could be through August. Like, that's insane. Like, this could be in August, we could still be dealing with that. And this is like one of those things, to me, it's so hard to wrap my brain around, even as hard as I try. I think it's just something that is hard for us to wrap our brains around. So the first thing is time management, you guys. And so if you don't take this serious, your paycheck won't be serious. And that's all I can say, especially if you go from having like no free time, like you work outside the house, to all the free time. You're going to be like, oh, it's cool. Like, I can just watch Netflix today, or I can just watch Netflix in the morning, and then I'll pick it up, my business up at like 2, or, whatever it is. It's, you guys, it will sink your ship faster than you even know what happens. Like, it will. I'm telling you, like in June, I was like, oh my God, I'm just going to do all the things with my kids and like catch up on my house and plan Emerson's birthday party. It's just going to be so good. And like, I looked up and June was over, and I was like, what the heck just happened? Like, what the heck just happened? So, and these are not things that we learned in a week, y'all. That's the other thing is, hear us. We are not perfect. We have failed, and that's how we know what not to do now, because we have failed forward. All right. So with that being said, the thing that has worked best for me, and I'm pretty sure, I know Jen does it, I'm pretty sure Jamie does it too, is I don't see Gina, so I'm not talking. Oh, there's Gina. Okay. Sorry, you weren't there, and you're there. Is time block. Okay, Jamie, do you time block? Okay. As I say, I got this for me and Whitney. Slack actually had to talk about this. And I should have brought my planner up here, but y'all wouldn't have been able to read it anyways, because it's really small writing and it's flipped backwards. But the way I do my days is I kind of write out a list of things I need to do the day. Like, if I have a host to post go off, but it's like 10 o'clock at night and I haven't caught up to all of it or whatever, or I know I have a doctor's appointment, or I know, somebody has a dentist or whatever, I write out a list of things that have to get done the day before. Like, they have to get done. And then, of course, you have your non-negotiables. And I time block every single part of my day in my planner, because my planner is like the one that has the days like this. So I'll literally write, like if I go work out in the morning at 5 a.m., like I'll write CG from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then from 6:15 to 7, I write journal, affirmation, self-development. And then from 7 to 9, I write mom time, because I drop the girls off about 9 o'clock. And then from 9:15 to, I am like 9:15 to 10 o'clock, groceries, 10 o'clock to 11:30, PDT messages. Like I write it. It's got to be so dang detailed. It can't be like work, work, work. Like it has to be so dang detailed to where it's basically your to-do list that you're following. Like you're like, boom, boom, boom. You can set timers, like if I'm interacting, I always set a timer so that I don't get lost in that, because I'm still guilty of getting lost scrolling, especially now with everything that's going on, right? Like every time I get on TikTok, all I do is watch coronavirus videos. So I still have to set those timers. So that's the first thing, is time management. I could go on about that, but if you don't understand time blocking, or you want me or one of us to send you a picture of our planners, we'd be more than happy to do it. Let me pull up the chat, just make sure I'm not. Okay, nothing. The second thing is self-discipline. And like Jen said in her list, this is enough said, like you have to have self-discipline. All right. And I feel like that's something we already really have to have without any changes in our life, right? Like when you're working full time, you already have to be self-disciplined, all right? You already have to have the motivation. That stuff doesn't really change, except the fact that you're going to think, I can do it later. I can do it later. I can do it later. And then 3 o'clock, you look up and it's 3 o'clock and you hadn't done any of it. All right. And also the biggest thing I've learned too from I'll say that later. Okay. The third thing is coffee, energy, TFX, Confianza. Like you're going to need all of it. All right. Make sure you're still using the products. Jen said coffee, drink it, the end. That's what she said. Drink it, the end. All right. Yeah, I added in Confianza, because if your kids are home with you, you're going to need that too, and the energy. So maybe like ground up your Confianza, put it on your tongue with your energy. I don't know. I not make it out of this. Okay. Yeah, I know. I feel you. The fourth thing, get out of bed. Okay. So in the mornings, it's going to be really tempting, especially if your kids are gone, to go get back in bed. And I do that some days. I really do. I have done that. But most days I try to go and work at the table or on the couch, or I'll even come upstairs where I'm at now. And that way you're separating your workspace from your sleep space. Okay. Also, it's really cozy to just kind of like, it's easy to just kind of like slink back down slowly. Right. And on days it's like dreary or rainy, you're like, oh, all of a sudden you're sleeping. You're feeling yourself needing a nap because you're in your sleep space. Okay. So separate, create a workspace somewhere else that's not where you sleep. Okay. Again, I know it's gonna be super tempting to stay in bed, and I do that some days, but I try not to do it all the days. All right. Because again, it's more tempting to like get sleepy, want to take a nap, turn the TV on, do things that I do when I'm in bed, right? The fifth thing is TV is not your friend. Okay. I can honestly tell you guys, on one hand, I do not, I can count on one hand the times I've turned the TV on for me since I left working. Like I don't watch a lot of TV as it is. Like I have a couple of shows that I like. Currently, like This Is Us is one of my favorite shows, but I have 26 recordings of it to tell you guys how behind I get on shows, because I really don't watch a lot of TV. Oh, here comes one of my little darlings. So yeah, I do turn the TV on every morning for them to watch Paw Patrol before they go to school, after like while they're getting ready. But I mean, right? Like nobody, we're not watching Paw Patrol. Like that's not captivating me. If anything, I can't wait till they leave so that I can turn Paw Patrol off. Okay. So I can tell you guys, I honestly do not turn the TV on during the day, because again, I have 26 episodes of the This Is Us. So if I start with one, then I'm going to watch the second and third and on that. So stay away from the TV, Netflix, all those things. 6, and if y'all have any questions, unmute yourself or stop me or whatever, or put it in the chat, but I'm just going to run through these if not. 6 is use the Zooms, use the power hours for accountability. Okay. It's really easy to, again, get off track or not want to do what you need to do or put it off till later. But if you hop on and I know that I'm working with 3 other people or 1 other person or 30 other people or whatever it is, that's going to, it's just that built-in accountability. Okay. We don't always have motivation. All right. But we always have a reason to work. So make sure you're using the resources that we've put in place for you guys. 7, this is what I will tell y'all that I had to learn that I didn't realize, is there are so many more distractions at home. you think working full time, it is distracting, and it is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying you're not getting emails or you don't have a job to do first. What you will find is at home, there's like even more distractions somehow, okay? Because there is, especially again, if most of us have kids, there is laundry, there is dishes, there is crap everywhere. There is oh, I could just sit down and like handle this insurance thing real quicker. Oh, I could just run and get my husband's dry. There are distractions everywhere. You have to stay focused. I'm not saying I don't ever do a load of laundry because that's easy, like throw it in, pull it out, switch it over. I do those things. And when I take my lunch break, I will do a load of dishes or whatever. But other than that, I try to stay away from house stuff. I really, really do. And I even tell my husband, like, hey, I know you're going to come home and it looks a mess. And his exact words back to me was, you are a work from home mom. You're not a stay at home mom. Like, I don't expect you to spend your hours during the day cleaning our house, right? And because you're working. And I was like, okay, cool. So if you need to establish those boundaries or I don't know, boundaries is the right word, but if you need to establish that with your spouse, if they're like, so that you aren't feeling guilty for not having the house clean when they come home, then do that. Have that conversation, because that was really freeing for me to hear him say that. Number 8, be prepared if the kids are home, okay? Plan your day. And this is something that I'm not that great at, so I've had to really wrap my brain around that I'm probably going to have to get better at with this happening. So be prepared if they're home. Like, plan out your day, plan out their activities, plan out what you're going to feed them for breakfast, for lunch, all those things. And I know that sounds crazy, but if I get up in the morning and I already have their outfits laid out and I know what I'm feeding them for breakfast, everything runs so much smoother because I'm not trying to figure out what to do or what to put them in or what to feed them or whatever. And we're not all hemming and hawing around. So plan out your day. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay. So again, that goes back to time blocking. And then, the last one I have is, and this is just kind of something that I've developed, my rule of thumb during work hours is, if I wouldn't have taken off on my full-time job to do it, I won't do it. I won't do it while I'm working. So like if I've set my working hours from 2 to 4:30 to do something, job related, messages, whatever it is, then I will not do it during that time. So I have to ask myself, would you have taken off from coaching to do this? And if the answer is no, then I don't do it. And again, I learned that the hard way. I learned that because I figured out, oh my gosh, I just spent a whole entire week wasting time doing this. Would I have ever taken a week off of coaching to plan a birthday party and clean my house? Heck no, I wouldn't have. I would have stayed up later. I would have made calls in between classes. I would have done something, but I would never have taken the week off from my kids to do that. And so once I realized that, that's just been a rule of thumb that I've put in place. So by gosh, if you block 3 hours, do not do something that you wouldn't have taken off to do at your full-time job in those 3 hours, right? And the last one I wrote down is, you can do this. Like, there's a lot of changes coming. Yeah, can you get him out? Thank you. There can potentially be a lot of changes coming, but you guys, y'all can do this. And even if nothing changes for you, let's just pretend that nothing changes for you. These are still all really, really good habits to have. All right. They're all things that you can take. And I can type this list up for you guys. I just wrote it out real quick, but I can type it up and put it in the chat. These are all really good things to, habits to just put into place. So I'm going to let Jamie and Jen, if you guys have anything to add to that, feel free to unmute yourself and do that.
Yeah, I think for me, kind of just to sum it all up of what Stormy just went over is, I know it's really, we kind of did this, not the same mindset, but almost when Thermifite X, remember when it was sold out and everybody was freaking out and it was a mindset thing. Do you say, oh my God, our top product is out, no one's going to buy, we're delayed for 6 months, 6 weeks or whatever, and run with the negativity and stop working? Or do you say, guys, you want to put this order in now because you're going to want to be the first on the list when it does come back? People wait and get on pre-orders, for like the iPhone for 10 months in advance. For the new Jordans that come out, people will wait hours. Think about how many people wait for hours before Black Friday. So it's all about mindset. So right now with the coronavirus, I do know that people are losing jobs. We need to be extremely sensitive for that, because let me tell you, where I was just at for the last 7 years of my life with oil and gas, my friends, my former coworkers, they are getting hit hard with this too in that industry. And I know a lot of industries, especially mom and pops, but y'all, you need to think of it as this. I was just talking with, I was like on the Zoom with Jamie, and it was like 1 o'clock last night. And I was like, Jamie, I still have like 400 plus people online right now. Like that never happens after midnight. During the day, all day today, I never had less than 750 people active in my messenger. People are home longer because of the kids. People are on social media longer because that's how they're spending their time because they're not at work. So don't stop posting. Don't stop posting. Use it as a really, really good time, y'all, that people might have to start looking for a second income if their hours get short. Or even if they lose their job. Like there is a lot, but people are still buying. Don't think in your head just because your circle of friends aren't buying that other people aren't buying. My phone, believe it or not, y'all, like I was talking to the team earlier too, but last week we were going through all this too. This hit the fan last Monday. And my team, and I'm just because I can see their numbers, I don't have everybody's numbers, but my team had one of the best weeks that we've had in over a year with pulling in volume in a week. And we did it during a time like this. So it's just a testament of your mindset of how you're going to approach the situation. Do you approach the situation with, oh my gosh, no one's going to come to me? I've been told no. I've been told no as a coronavirus today. Three people who said they're going to sign up today. That's okay. On to the next three. And those people I just asked to happen. I said, you know what? I understand it and I'm sorry. And, bless your heart. You get it. You give it with kindness and then you ask them to happen. And if they don't, okay, but you move on. But don't think that people aren't going to buy right now because they are. Because y'all, somebody was also saying, I was watching a thing about MLL and direct sales, and they actually, you don't want to be the gross MLL direct sales that are trying to use this and say we cure things, because we don't cure anything. We don't prevent anything. But they were saying direct sales is actually going to increase right now because what has happened? People are going to be at home online and they're going to be shopping because they're not going anywhere else. People cannot go to gyms right now. People still want to get fit for the summer. Like, people are not having the options to go to the gym. So we have what people want still. So don't think because of what is going on, we don't. And yeah, we might be affected a little bit, but I really do think it's mindset. So all I ask for you is just to kind of turn that switch off. And it's okay if somebody tells you no because of the coronavirus, because they went and spent $9,000 on groceries for I don't know why, but it's happening, it's just, it's happening. But that's all I have to say is just, this is a really good time for you to also, if you did get to come home because your work is making you go in quarantine, this is a really good time to actually see what it feels like to work from home. Because I guarantee you when those 2 weeks are up and you're dreading going back to work, you're going to think, oh my God, I loved those 2 weeks home. So it's really all about perspective in that, but that's all I wanted to say.
And I have just a tiny bit to say. In talking about time management and self-discipline, y'all, it's hard. Like Stormy was saying, we all came home, we all did the house distraction things. Like, it is hard to turn that off. It is hard to say no to your kids whenever they are here with you 24/7. Those things are hard, but you have to be okay with it. You are running a business. If you are coming home and experiencing this for the first time as a work from home, like full-time thing, when Stormy says, like, be specific whenever you're planning out your day, from 6:15 to 7:15 we're doing this, and from this time to this time it's PDT messages, and be super specific, I can promise you that none of your days are going to go exactly like that. None of them. But you will do a hell of a lot better than you would if you were to just throw caution to the wind, make yourself a quick to-do list. Like, I'm going to get 20 posts up. I'm going to get da-da-da. I'm going to get 10 messages out. I'm going to get 3 posts up today. Like, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. You have to be so intentional. You be over intentional and you over plan, because it's, what do they say? You shoot for the moon, you land among the stars. If you shoot for this crazy, ridiculous, strict schedule, you're gonna get a lot more done than you would if you just made your short little list and said, this is what I'm hoping to get done today. So that's I would take 5 minutes tonight and, like she said, put your to-do list for tomorrow. Yes, the insurance thing that you have to call about, you have to call about it tomorrow. Put that on your list. It's a 5-minute call or a 30 if you sit on hold or whatever. But like, time block that in and move on with your day. I've got a school age kid and a 4-year-old here. 4-year-old, we do crafts, Dollar Tree. Somebody else posted about Dollar Tree. If you've got little ones at home, go to the Dollar Tree. You can get crafts for nothing to entertain them for 30 minutes. Like, we paint little things every day, 30 minutes of time that I can sit down and send out just Hap request or send out messages or whatever. Riker, there's so many free online things for school age kids to do. We did 4 of them today. They took no more than 30 minutes each. He still felt like he was learning a little bit, and it got me a little bit of quiet time. So just plan for it. You're gonna love it. There are definitely challenges, but over plan your day so that you can at least do a little bit better than probably what you would do if you didn't plan it. So that's all I really wanted to add. Just wanted to really emphasize that it's so, so important.
Yeah. And last thing is I want to tack onto what Jen said is this is a good time, like, to really, I'm just telling you right now, I would be the worst employee if I went back to work because I have gotten used to like owning my own time. Gina said that one time, and now it's all I think about. Is like, if you told me, like, I would be like, I'm sorry, you want me to put real pants on and like I need to wash my hair every 3 days? I'm not comprehending this. I can't do that. It would just not be a good situation. And what's really funny is I didn't wash my hair every 3 days or put real pants on anyway. So I don't know why I was saying that. I was coaching. I was wearing Nike clothes every day, but it sounded good when it came out. Anyway, you guys, like, this is a great time to figure out if you could potentially do this full time, or if you even if you know you want to do it full time, like Brooke. I'm just going to pick on Brooke because I know Brooke. This is what Brooke wants. This is a great time to use to kick it into high freaking gear, okay? And instead, like, perspective, instead of saying like, oh, it's coronavirus, everybody's worried about that. Instead, say, oh my God, I just got given X amount of days to work my business for, X amount more than I normally get to, or whatever that looks like perspective change. And here's the deal is if you have kids home, like, not one of us doesn't know how that looks. Not one of us doesn't know how hard that is. It does not matter what age they are. They're hard. Okay. I hate to break it to you. They are hard no matter what age they are. They always need something. Okay. You always have to keep them alive. All right. It doesn't matter how old they are, and, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I know how hard mine are. So they're going to go to daycare still, you guys, because last week I kept them home and I did crap work because I wasn't organized and they were just crazy and we did not have a good week. And so I thought, I'm not going to do that again. So I know that sounds terrible. You could judge me if you want, but I'm still sending mine because I know that I have to work and I have to bring an income for them. I have to have an income for them to live the life that they're accustomed to, right? So I am going to still take advantage while their daycare is open because I know Emerson is going, A, drive me crazy, B, wreck the house. So she's still going. I love her to death, but most of y'all know, like, y'all hear me talk, she's not easy. She's quite possibly the tiniest Tasmanian devil ever, but it's okay because she can go to daycare and be a Tasmanian devil. So Jamie's shaking her stuff. Jamie always defends her. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say was what Jen said was a really good point. That you could take this time and kind of get a feel for what it's like. So I don't have anything else. So I'm going to stop the recording. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. And then we'll just stay on and work.
Can I do some shout outs on my team? I want to do some shout outs. Can we end with some shout outs? I want to let me see if she's on. She may not be, but either way, I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to do a few of them. So one, I don't know if Rebecca Perkins is on, but this girl is brand new, has had a lot of life. She's very, very new, like I said, like maybe 2 weeks in. And she tonight hit the 600 BB club all by herself. So that is so dang awesome. So if Rebecca, you're on here, holla. I don't know if she is. So let's see. Then let me see if the other one's on here. And then I would
I'm here. Sorry. Hi.
There she is. Yes. shout out to Rebecca. She's been killing it. And then I would like, let's see if they're on here too. Then I'd like to shout out Miss Monica. Her and I had a really good one-on-one. We talked about just really kind of changing our focus in our business. And this girl has pulled in 4 loyal customers this week and has been extremely open to being coachable and just said, hey, I want to start over. I just want to scratch everything and let's do it. And she was not afraid to do that. And she went for it. So Monica, that is awesome. And then let me see one more here. I'm trying to see. This is all so confusing to me. They're so, okay. I'm like, whose iPhone? Who are those? And then, let me see if she's on. I don't know if she's on either. Is a Creora on? I don't know if Creora is on. If she is, Creora is brand new as well. She has hit the, oh wait, who's there? I can't concentrate, sorry. She has hit the 500 club as well and is signing her second DT tonight. This lady is just like in my inbox. I love her so much because she is not afraid to literally pick up the phone and call me. And I love that. Like, I probably talk to her 2 or 3 times a day, and it's literally maybe 30 seconds at a time, but she's no nonsense and I love her. And I just want to say congratulations for being another newbie, just rocking socks. And then I think that's all for my shout outs right now. But my team just freaking killed it. Team Slay killed it last week. I am so dang excited.
You guys did. And I was looking at y'all did so. Speaking of shout outs, you guys, I don't know how many teams we had, but there were so many of you guys that moved on to the next round. I was so excited. I was going down liking them, and then I was responding thinking y'all were going to see my comment, and then I realized Ashley's going to kill me because I just responded to her 6 times. I was replying back to Ashley. Then I went back. I was like trying to delete them. I was like, she's going to be like, sorry, what the heck? My notifications. Why are you?
Yeah, from what I saw, we had 9.
Yeah, so excited for y'all. You guys killed it.
There were
and
9
other round.
9 teams from our people.
Yes, so 18 of you.
There were only 18 total.
No, there was 10.
I mean,
there might have been. I think there was 11 total from your entire team, Stormy, because we have an off number because Brooke, aren't you and Linda together? Yeah, so like 9 from my downline, I think, is what it was. And then I think we had Brooke and I thought 1 or 2 more.
Kaylin, weren't you on a team? Alyssa and Claire were a team. Okay, you weren't. I thought I was thinking Alyssa and Claire were a team.
I have to go look, but it was really, really. And now your diamonds and your doubles are on this contest too. So I'm excited.
Yeah, you guys have to get a few more. You'll have to get 8. And just also, we had a Zoom with Ashley today, and a couple of things really quickly is, so about that contest, next week she's going to add in triples and prezes, but a couple of things is every single person from the team, I'm just going to use Jen and Jamie because they are a team. Jen can't enroll 7 and Jamie enroll 1, and it count. That one person each person has to enroll a minimum of 2 to move on. So basically just nobody's carrying the team. So that was the only rule that she really had. And I'm sure she put that on there, but that was the only rule I was trying to remember for you guys for asking. So, and then next week she'll add in triples and prezes. And then also tomorrow night, she's doing a new distributor trading. She's going to start doing about 1 a week of those where it's going to be a power 30. So she's going to hop on, go over very quick tasks so that it kind of gets our newbies used to like power hours and power 30s. And then tomorrow, also another thing she's starting real quick, and then I'll be done, is she wants a team-wide party, like her whole team. She wants one every week. So basically, whoever is doing the giveaway that week, which it was us that did the giveaway on Sunday, and we conveniently have a party tomorrow on Wednesday. So Gina, by the way, I told everybody that I would send them an invite. I just said, okay, well, we're already doing one Wednesday, so y'all just hop in it. And that works because, again, we did the giveaway on Sunday. So Ashley really wanted she wanted it to be easy to remember. Like, you do the giveaway and the party. It doesn't matter who does what, however you do it. But so there will now be a team-wide party every week. And there's going to be a lot more people on. So you guys get your people there because it's all of her downline. So it's going to be exciting. And when the parties got a lot of people, like, and let's just say it's like you create FOMO. Like when everybody else is like, oh, I need that keto coffee. Your people are like, yeah, I need that keto coffee too. Because 72 other people want that keto coffee. So why would I not want that keto coffee? So the bigger the parties, the more fun they are, and your people have fun, but they also are like, they get into it with everybody else. And then we're also going to switch some of them to opportunity parties. So some of them will be product based, like what we have been doing, and some will be strictly distributor based. So of course you guys will know, I believe next week we're going to do a distributor geared towards distributor one, and Amy Malott is actually going to host it. So just get ready for that. You guys are going to have a lot more party opportunities coming. And then of course she has her contest and then new distributor Zooms. So I think that's pretty much all we went over on that call. And then last thing we did say, does everybody know how to send a pre-populated cart? We did say we were going to do this too. I'm going to stop